this is Elizabeth Claire Brewington with Discover Brightside and Brightside Global Trade TV. And we're so excited to have our guest today, Martha, and she's a future author. And so she's got some real interesting information for you. And I'm excited to do this interview with her, and I want to warmly welcome her into our studio. So,
Thank you, Elizabeth. I'm very happy to be here.
so tell us, Martha, tell us about yourself and what you do and how this book came along.
Well, I taught psychology at the college level for 10 years, psychology and child psychology. And I had one child, and I took parenting lessons, and they changed my life. That was one reason why I wrote the book, because learning how to be a parent changed my life completely. And also, I not only taught psychology and child psychology at the college level, I taught high school science and math and special education for 16 years.
That's awesome. It's awesome. Um, so what came about the book? I mean, this sounds like a really important subject, and we're very interested in learning about it.
Well, parents really do need help. I remember years ago, I was at the store and there was a couple, and their baby looked to be about maybe two at the most, two. And they spanked her. She was in the cart and she was restless, and they spanked her. And I said, What happened? And they said, Well, she's so restless, we don't know how to settle her down. I said, It looks to me like she's really tired, and you just spanked her because she's tired.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you're really teaching her. And they were very open to what I said to them, because I approached them in a gentle way. But I thought at that moment, this was years ago, I thought, you know what, parents need so much help. They just don't know what to do.
Yeah. Especially in this day and age when there's just so
Mm,
much going on. So
right. And
yes, so what would be your top 5 tips about raising children?
well, the top five. Okay, if you say no, mean it. Don't say no and then say yes.
Okay.
That is just not going to work. And then the child knows you're a pushover.
Yep.
Um, do not Parents are a child's first. They look to us, and it's not what you say, it's what you do. And they're going to do what you do no matter what you say. So it's our job to be a good example. So number one is to be a good example. Third, if you have a baby, a small one, get down on your hands and knees and crawl around that floor in your house, and make sure that you know everything that baby can see. You know where the outlets are. Make sure they're plugged up, because you never know what a baby gets in their hands. Look for every little thing, because you know how babies are. They get into everything. Um, at school, if you take your child to school, you pop into that school unannounced. If you give your child to a babysitter, you pop in unannounced, and at any time, every time, and see what's going on. I learned a lot there.
Yes. Yes. And you
And
go
too
to
many
your
people,
child's bedroom and look through their stuff. Don't give
yeah,
them too much privacy. I know.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
because yes, exactly. And limit their TV and their internet. Limit, limit, limit. You must know what's going on. And in fact, I'll tell you one story of a woman I met. Her daughter was abducted,
Oh, that's terrible.
and from being the girl was, I think she was 18 or 19 at the time, but um, because someone on the internet, and the mother's guilt was just terrible. And in fact, the mother became so overprotective when she got her back, that the daughter said, Mom, I can't live with you anymore. You're so overprotective. I can't take it. And the mother's guilt and her fear just ran her life after that.
Yeah. Well, then my next question would be, how can you do the balance? Like, not be too invasive, give your child some space, but at the
Oh,
same
yeah.
time be watchful and careful.
Oh,
Because
exactly. These days, you're really walking such a fine
how can
line
you do
these
both
days.
things? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, you absolutely have. Well, we have to get up to a certain ages. Okay, 16, they're an adult, right? Is it
Yes,
16?
yes.
They're an adult. But if they're still living in your house, you have to have certain rules. But they have to have some freedom.
That's
So you have to decide what you're comfortable with and what the child's comfortable with. And you really need to sit down and talk with the child.
yeah.
What's going on? And you need to know all their friends. All their friends. So they can't just be running around with every person. You need to, well, I want to meet that child.
Yeah.
I want to know where they live. Yeah.
Yes. My mother used to be really good at that. She used to have a lot of parties and invite all my friends. And so, she would feed them and get to know all my friends. And uh, she
Wow.
yeah, she did a lot of with that. And I'm very grateful to her because she had a knack with knowing everything about me because she had a full-time job and she had no time. So the way she found out about me was through my friends.
Those blabbermouths.
She was their best friend. I know. So so
Oh,
yeah, I
God.
know your child's friends. So I love the title, yes, you can raise responsible children. I think that's an amazing title, and I can't wait to get the book and
Oh,
have you back on the show when your book is ready, and that would be great. So before
oh,
we end, would you like to end with a few things? Yeah,
oh, yes. Well, let me tell you what Jack said about my book, what Jack
yeah,
Canfield said about my book.
go ahead.
Jack said, the pages of this book are full of practical wisdom and compassionate insight. It's a valuable guide, addresses the everyday challenges that every parent faces, gives invaluable tools to help parents. What sets this book apart is its thorough approach to addressing the many aspects of parenting, from positive approaches to dealing with discipline, to building self esteem, to navigating the maze of emotions. This book serves as a trusted companion. It's my pleasure to endorse this book, knowing it has the potential to transform the lives of families worldwide.
Wow. That sounds amazing. Transform families worldwide. And there
Yeah.
you have it. A very important subject, especially since June is coming up and everybody's going to be out.
Mm-hmm.
It is definitely an important topic. So you are watching Discover Bright Side, and we are so excited to have Martha with us. And thank you for watching, and write us a comment and tell us what you're looking forward to in the book. And if you're having a problem with your kids, ask a question and we'll ask the Brightside community and Martha to give you a response. So there you have it. Another, not to end, but another question that comes up is with introvert children. Children who have no friends on Facebook. They shut down. You try to talk to them, it's all yes and no. They're on their iPads. What advice would you give to a parent who wants to do all these things, but the child is just not motivated?
I would limit screen time,
Yeah,
most definitely. It's
take
one thing to be an introvert, it's
yeah,
another thing to be afraid of
yeah.
interacting with people.
Yeah, I agree. That sounds a good advice. So there you have it. You're watching Discover Bright Side, and stay tuned for more interviews and where we discover everything that's new to empower you and your life.